What time is it? It's pod o'clock. I am excited to finally launch my new show. My name is Vincent A. Lanci, and you may recognize me from That Entrepreneur Show or A Mental Health Break. Today, it is pod o'clock, where we come alive in podcasting. We will learn how to start a show, grow a show, and guest on a show. For all of you who want to be on a guest appearance, I'll help you get there and do it effectively as well. My motivation for creating this show is that I bootstrapped and hosted, produced everything in between, over 500 shows before finally building out a team. There was a lot of failures that turned into lessons learned, and I want to help give back through those experiences on a free platform. So I chose to do it on podcasting. I've got some notes here today for a rare solo show. As you know, on my other shows, it's pretty frequent that it's me and a guest chopping it up on each episode. But for this show, it will be a little different. There will be a solo show followed by a show with a guest. On my solo shows, I will be going through each step of my podcast process. There's 8 steps in great detail. Each guest will also have a theme of the episode, and I can't wait for these to start coming out. Another difference between my other shows and this show is that it will not just continually air. There will be a season 1 and then a season 2 after, already planned out. But let's start from scratch before I dive into a more in-depth preview of what to expect in the first shows. What is a podcast? If this is your first time even listening to a show, I describe podcasts as AM radio on steroids. You can go on your directory, which would be Apple, Spotify, Google, among many others, and search anything you want. I think you'll be surprised about how many podcasts there are. Even with this show, trying to choose a name, there are so many shows doing what I'm trying to do, but, and we'll talk about this throughout the series, they didn't last. Out of the you see a lot of numbers, 4.5 million shows, I think only 10% did more than 10 episodes. A lot of those in that category had names I wanted to use, but I settled on Pod O'Clock. Please let me know what you think. The reason I say it's AM radio on steroids as well is because it's available at any time, and there's, again, millions of shows, whether you want to listen when you wake up, some people in the gym, in the car, when you're decompressing at the end of the day. Everyone has a different time for Pod O'Clock, and I'm glad you tuned in or are listening in today. Pod O'Clock is going to be your favorite time each week. Remember, we're only going to a certain amount, which is going to be 10 episodes for season 1, 10 for season 2. Once we get rocking and rolling with these episodes coming out, I'll release the second 5 of what to expect in season 1. And then, of course, a full season 2 layout before we sign off on episode 10. If you are a podcast host and want to give back through your experiences in podcasting, reach out to the team, podcastsbylanci@gmail.com. Danica's look forward to connect with you. With that, I am getting ready to sign off here in St. Petersburg, Florida. You see the smile on my face. I'm going to deliver the passion each week because I truly enjoy what I do. This show is brought to you by Coming Alive Podcast Production, your one-stop shop in podcasting, whether it's coursework or full stop and shop service. Check them out at comingalivepodcastproduction.com. With that, we're signing off at Pod O'Clock, where we come alive in podcasting. You will learn how to start, grow, and guest on a podcast effectively, and you'll enjoy it each step of the process. Enjoy the rest of your week, and remember to stop by next week for Pod O'Clock.